Hello and welcome to your Mermaid Type Tarot reading for the month of May. If you're curious about me and my philosophy and all that stuff, stay tuned at the end for some additional information. But we're just going to jump right into your reading, and we're going to start with Aries at the beginning of the zodiac. So I'm shuffling the cards 3 times, and then I'm going to pull a 10-card spread. The Mermaid Type Tarot project is all about relationships and bringing to the surface the things that we are unconscious about in our relationships. So these can be romantic relationships, family relationships, coworkers, friends, or even imaginary friends. There are no limits. Whatever relationships are on your mind are perfect for this reading. All right, Pisces. So at the center of your spread, we have the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups has to do with nostalgia and emotions, thinking about the past, perhaps your childhood. So we know that emotions are at the heart of this reading, also nostalgia and thinking about the past. Crossing that is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a fiery new beginning and passion. So right here at the beginning of this reading, we're talking about relationships that feel like they're at a crossroads. New beginnings beckoning ahead, and the past pulling at your heartstrings in some particular way. So maybe as you're moving forward in your life, you're taking a pause or a moment to think about the past. Let's pull the rest of the cards to see what else unfolds for you. Ooh, crowning your spread is the Lovers. So you may have love on your mind, and this is also just emphasizing that idea that there is a choice that you need to make. The Lovers are often associated with this major arcana of making choices. This particular card is unique because you see sort of like a pet love or puppy love. You know, that kind of like adoration that you might have for your best friend, your 4-legged best friend, or in this case, it is a tiny seahorse. Yes, so love comes in many forms. The Lover's card may be romantic, but it can do with any kind of love. There are several different types of love if you ever want to research them. This one might be like agape love or love for all things. So that's on your mind. Relationships are definitely on your mind. And your unconscious is the 10 of Wands. Now, it's interesting that we had the Ace of Wands at the beginning of your reading and now the 10 of Wands in your unconscious, because the sequence would end with the 10 and then begin with the Ace. So unconsciously, you're ready to put down some of these heavy burdens that have been overwhelming you. You're ready to lean back and relax and embrace this new beginning. In the past, your influence is the 3 of Wands. Wow, this reading is full of fire for you, Aries. It doesn't surprise me that there's a lot of fire for an Aries sign, but it does surprise me that there's a lot of fire for the Aries sign here. So the 3 of Wands is kind of like you've been waiting for your ships to come in. You've had a sense of expectation, and now that moment has arrived, it looks like, with the 10 and the Ace, a new beginning, something is starting. In the future, you have the 9 of Wands, and so there may be a bit of a delay or a sense of you needing to persist and not give up. Maybe this beginning is going to be delayed slightly. Maybe there's one last battle. This card is kind of like the don't give up. Acknowledge how strong you've gotten from every battle that you have fought along the way for your creative freedom, for your brilliant ideas. And, it's very synchronistic that you've got the 9, the 10, and the Ace there. So certainly something is majorly transforming in the Aries world. You're showing up as the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is sometimes feeling like stuck. It's almost the illusion of being stuck as well. It's kind of like trapped in your own mind. So if you are feeling this stuckness for the moment, this card is sort of a passing influence. So, know that this too shall pass, so to speak. Oops. Sorry. All right. Then in your environment, you have the Star. That's a wonderful card to have. The Star is, destiny, fate, it's healing. It's a sign of Aquarius. And it's a major arcana card. So it could be that this new inspiration, this new chapter, this new passion that will emerge in your life that you've been working for and working towards is really driven by destiny and the stars. So that's a nice card to have. It could also be, because it's in the environmental position, that you should look for signs or synchronicities even more closely from your guides regarding what might come up for you in the next month ahead. This reading is for the next month ahead. Now, I do intend them to be kind of like timeless, so whenever you read it, it's right for you. Now we've got the Empress in your hopes and fears. Now, we've got two major arcana back to back that are kind of like positive powerhouse cards. This Empress is, she's like all about fertility and abundance and can be associated with the time of spring. I am recording this in May, and the saying, April showers bring May flowers. So, I think you are ready for the spring energy, for fertility, for abundance, and that's that Empress energy in your hopes and fears. I don't know, you could have anxiety about it. I'm not sure, only you know why you might have some anxiety about that. If the type of work you've been doing or your vocation or your purpose in life is transitioning, it might be that you're feeling very overburdened, so the idea of more or the pressures of spring might seem overwhelming to you. But this reading, and I'll pull the last card here, the Page of Cups, is your final overall card, which is about sort of like a youthful offering of a joyful, happy energy. Only kids can be this joyful and happy. And the Page of Cups is delivering news of joy and happiness. So you might receive some information, whether it's from your spiritual guides or people in your life, that make you feel happy and joyful like a kid again. And this might be a new beginning where you're getting more energy in terms of your relationships, your ability to deal with your relationships. It might be like a whole new leaf for you in your relationships, letting go of the nostalgia or the childhood kind of emotions that have been maybe weighing you down in some way, actually, because we have this 9 of Wands, this 10 of Wands, and this 3 of Wands. Maybe there's some kind of change in your relationships that you've really been waiting for, and the Page of Cups and the Ace of Wands here are indicating that you have this wonderful new beginning that's occurring for you. The letters are O and A, if they mean anything to you. Other letters that we got here today are C, F, I, J, and H. The numbers we got are 6, 3, and 17. So if those have any synchronistic meanings to you. Now, the opposite could be true too, in the sense that there's something about your past or a new perspective on your childhood or your past that alleviates some kind of burden in your current life and allows you to begin some kind of new vocation or passion in your present day situation as well. But whatever it is, you did get that 8 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. So the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Wands, both indicating that you do have some sense of entrapment that you're trying to overcome, and that this is a battle as you move forward to reach this new beginning. So don't give up. Acknowledge your strengths. And I'm going to pull one last oracle card to kind of summarize the reading for you today from the mini relationship cards. You did get the Lovers card, so maybe something romantic is going on for you. And the card that you got is Lady and Knight. Lady and Knight. So this is if you like romance or romance books or romance movies, if you're kind of a fanatic of the genre, the Lady and the Knight, you might look into watching like something from the King Arthur series, because there's the romance between Guinevere and Arthur's Knight of the Round Table. So yeah, that's my suggestion. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Feel free to add any comments if you feel called to donate. This is the link to donate. And stay tuned for a little more info about my readings and things like that. Thanks for listening. Bye.
I believe you can add a lot to this reading with your own intuitive skills. As we look at these collective images, notice what seems personally relevant to you. It might be a letter, number, color, or word. With 20 years of study and experience in decoding symbols, I know there is always more mystery to discover. Please add any of your insights in the comments. I'm all about the supportive community online. In this reading, I use my own deck, but I also collect and support many other creators and intuitive readers by reviewing their work. You can find me live on Twitch, where I give free readings, or check out my class on signs and symbols, or schedule a personal session on my website.